Alrighty, welcome to Foreign Blood TV. So today we're going to talk about our favorite interviewer, Marcus of Atlanta Street Interviews. He has unlocked a new character, Blue Strip. Child, Blue Strip. You do not need to be calling yourself Blue Strip. I know where you get that wording from. You do not need to call yourself that. Maybe more like petty. I could go so many other directions. Where do we start at? Because it's all goofy, it's all ridiculous, it's all just too much at this point. It's not enough, it's too much. It's just getting a little boring. So here's Blue Strip. He has somehow obtained Chaos's stuff. And he's like, yeah, I accidentally picked it up. But no, I'm not giving it back. Because he has my stuff. And, this, just like every other young adult, he has an answer for everything. And he knows how the world works and why it works. And, he's just this level-headed guy. Let him tell it, And in all actuality, here's just another young adult that thinks he has all the answers and knows everything. Well, if you had all the answers, you wouldn't be on probation. If you had all the answers, you wouldn't be unhoused. If you had all the answers, you wouldn't be none of the things you are. There's a harsh reality. Now, here's Marcus, on the other hand. He's focused on I'm sorry, my allergies. Does Chaos, is he dating a Trans? And so what if he is? That's what, just like Polo. You're just gonna run with it. It's all right. You pull up on Chaos with other people, and your snakeism just runs deep. It's funny how he can never walk up to you with his phone recording, but you can walk up to him. You know what I noticed? You're kind of offended that people like Chaos for Chaos, and his page is blowing up because people truly like him. You see what I'm saying? It's not because of the interviews. Yeah, the interviews add a little flair. It's because they like him. See, with you, Marcus, they just liked your interviews, you know? And we understand you're feeling, a little type of way about that, but that's here or there. So because Blue Stripe, Blue whatever, he was spraying Chaos. Blue Strip, Blue Stripe. Let me tell you something. First of all, nobody owes you nothing. So what if you go to a job and they say, hey, we don't need you. You're going to be on some get back? Like, how's that even work? It don't. Lord, you guys' storylines just be so goofy and so lame and just so far-fetched. It's just like, one thing I shall say, Marcus, I wish you'd go back to adults. Like full-fledged adults. You interviewing children, a lot of us have already passed that child moment. You know what I mean? The majority of your viewers are grown and super grown. So, yeah, they watch videos. Yeah, I get it. Everybody likes a good crash out. We get it. But it's just so monotonous. A young adult is a young adult, and they're going to do young adult things. And that's just what it is. It ain't never going to change. It just, Now here you are hounding Chaos because what Blue Strip, Blue Stripe, Blue whatever said. And all actuality, Blue whatever is just in his feelings. That's all it is. He's in his feelings. You gonna quit bringing all these new people around you. I don't know why you have not figured this out yet, but here we go again with another future possible crash out, another future enemy. You gotta learn sometimes, Marcus, to stay out of people's faces. Sometimes it just ain't really even worth the interview. I mean, let's just be real. Let's just be honest. You're just seeing dollar signs, but you're not seeing the problems that's going to branch off behind it. You're not seeing the situations. You're not thinking about all the different personalities you're dealing with, the backlash. What about when they get mad at me? What about when they switch up on me? Because, they do all of those things. But you just keep bringing them in. An interview is an interview. But then when things go wrong, or people expose you, or tell your business, or turn on you, you're like, oh my God, but I fed you. Oh my God, I let you ride in the Jeep. Oh my God, why would you do that? Oh my God. Instead of you just realizing you're dealing with people that's at the bottom of the totem pole. And not saying that in a bad way, but what do you, they're out there, they're fighting for survival. They're fighting for their next meal, how they're going to bathe, hygiene products. You see what I'm saying? The basics, the bare essentials. They're struggling with the bare essentials. A person that has it all will snake you. So what do you think somebody down on their luck is going to do? So it's kind of just like, we can't take you serious because you constantly put yourself in these situations because all you see is money. Because content creation is how you pay every last bill you have. So if you don't come up with a storyline, regardless what problem it's going to, cause you somewhere down the line or whatever, you see what I'm saying? You're living off of content creation alone. So it's like, yeah, I got to do it. Yeah, I got to get the bag. Yeah, I got to. But whatever happens, and all of a sudden you become a victim and you don't understand why and what's going on. And Feisty, one thing I noticed about you, you just need to get interviewed because you need money. I've watched you and all of your men call Marcus for the silliest things just so you could get a couple dollars. What's Marcus call them? Nothing burgers? You bring a lot of nothing burgers to the table. I'm just saying, a lot of them. And I know Marcus is getting sick of paying for them. But because, like Marcus, this is how you choose to live and this be your only income, you have to keep coming up with these nothing burgers, like your boy says, just so you can get a few dollars. And it's just so much easier just to go to work. Let's just be real. It is so much easier just to go to work, call it a day, wait on the paycheck, but you're like, no. I want to be this imaginary superstar that I am in my mind. I want to do this. I want to do that. All in Marcus's dime or whoever's willing to give me money. I'll just do whatever, content on the other channel. I mean, you've been aired out. You have been aired out. Since you've been online, you have aired yourself out. It ain't even about what someone else is doing. You have chose to allow yourself to get aired out. And you're just kind of like, whatever's clever, I got to do it, need the money. Or I like to get down like that, or that's how I get down. You have no couth, no care, no concern for yourself. You're just throwing caution to the wind, and you're going to F around and find out. That's all I'm saying. You're going to F around and find out. There's too many things out there, just like Cash. She's on that prep. Prep only covers one thing. What about every other thing out there? And prep isn't a guarantee. It's not, it's just like we're living this wild life. We've just said, forget our health. Whatever happens, happens. We're just going to throw caution to the wind to that too. We're not going to take the time to care or try to change it or try to just live a somewhat safe life. Being in the streets is dangerous enough. But, let's try to protect this because, I think we all forget how important this is and it stays healthy and how one thing can cause another thing and just problems that, but let's throw caution to the wind. Let's live wild, And these people you're doing these things with, Feisty, they couldn't help you if they had to. So if something were to go wrong or you were to obtain something along the way, whatever it is, they couldn't even help you. And I wouldn't care if they could help you, but the thing is they can't help you. So it's just like you're throwing yourself in harm's way just to do it sometimes, and no rhyme, no reasoning, is it also you'll have something to talk about in the next interview? Like, just what's going on here? It does not have to be this complicated. It just, I don't know. It just seems like a lot. And no, not that it seems like it is. And to watch you young adults make your life harder on yourself You're not the first to do it. You're not the last to do it. But at one point, do we have to say, you know what? This just ain't working for me. It's not. I'm the problem. I'm going to take self-accountability. What can I do to get myself out of this situation? I should at least try. But you're like, whatever's clever, whatever happens, it seems like every generation just becomes more and more and more carefree, if you will. And I'm like, sometimes we just have to have a little plan. It doesn't have be like a big dinger, like the best of the best, like I'm going to be secure forever if I do this. Sometimes it just takes a little, just little. Nobody expects anybody to be the best of the best, or, just have a little fight. Have a little drive. And you ain't even got to have the direction. Just have the will to pull yourself out that situation. That's all I'm saying. Happy Monday, you guys. May you have the best day ever. I shall see you in the next video. Stay great.